Welcome
Hi.
to Get Known Be Seen WebTV. I'm Trish Springsteen, and it's my delight to be bringing to you this show. And our expert guest today is Maanne Dela Cruz. Now, Maanne is from Manila. Hi, Maanne. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for inviting me to be with
Awesome, awesome. I'm
you.
delighted to have you here. So before we get into having our conversation, let's find out a little bit more about Maanne. Now, Maanne's the founder of an events and digital business management and one of the founding heads of an educational events startup. Awesome. I'm looking forward to discussing a lot more with Maanne about that because that's all about helping people to get known, be seen, which is what I'm passionate about. Maanne has spent 9 years in corporate before taking a leap and making a huge transition to being the CEO of her business. She supports business coaches and consultants as they increase their brand presence and launch programs and courses through social media and event executions, something that we all should be getting in. Her interests stem from analog photography, travel, one of my favorites, which we can't do so well right now, but hopefully soon. Europe, history, medical and courtroom dramas. Yep, Maanne, I'm with you on that one as well. Sports, not so much for me, and the royal family. Definitely with you on all those. So welcome, Maanne. It's delightful to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me again, Trish. It's good to be here after the holidays.
Oh, yes, it's good to get going. This is really awesome to be into that. Now,
Mm.
your business is the Digital Life DCMA Events Management. Can you just share a little bit about your journey, where you came from and how you've got to having this Digital Life Events Management business?
Well, I started in events when I was in college. When I was in the when I was studying in college, I worked with the student council, and that's where I started working with local artists to be invited in our school. And then that's where I also connected with friends outside school who are also have a network of with local artists, jamming in school events and even outside events like that. And then after college, while I was in my graduating year, I worked I started working as a barista for Starbucks, and that's where my love for business and marketing started. That's where my interest in building a business started. So I stayed in Starbucks for almost 3.5 years, and then I left, and then I went to corporate and as a marketing associate, and but in marketing associate as a marketing associate, I was focused more on the events side. So they knew what I was really into. So there, and then after 3.5 years in corporate, um, I started to manage my events business and joined an educational startup, the After Six Club. The After Six Club is an educational progressive startup here in the Philippines. So just like when my event startup was catering I was catering with clients for their weddings, I was also catering with the After Six Club for corporate events, seminars, conferences. And then also in 2019, in the year 2019, I decided to start the digital life because that's where I know that my zone of genius is happening. So I was in general admin, I was in marketing, I was in events. So that's where I started working for virtual work. And then the pandemic happened. So I was actually thankful and grateful that I started the digital life ahead, a year ahead, because um, the year 2020, it hit the events industry the most. So the digital life was there to sustain me and my family, and actually made me get out there, because I know that a lot of people will need my assistance, will need my services, and that's where I know that that's where I know that I can serve my purpose. So here I am.
Awesome. What a journey. Can I just ask, what was it about events management that you really liked? What was it?
It was the excitement of seeing people happy and enjoying what they wanted to see. Like, for example, in music, when I was in college, the students were into music the most, and it connected with a lot of people. In events, it's where when I see people happy and connected, and it connects everyone. And my I can say that my creative side is that's where I um, share my creative side in events. So that's what's make me excited. That's what why I chose working in the events industry.
Awesome. Awesome. I love what you said about connection and creativity. I think events are great for connection. What do you think? How do you think you're getting events and getting people and helping people to hold those events and maximize those events? How do you think that helps them getting out there and being seen? Is it a good thing? What do you think comes out of it?
Maybe because when they connect with everyone, when they connect with someone, um, it means that they get to share they get to share the purpose of why they're there out why they're out there. So just like me, um, I wanted to be out there. I wanted to be seen because I know I have a purpose that I wanted to share. And as someone who works in the events industry, I wanted to serve, and I am there to support and help them be seen for their
Awesome.
purpose. Yeah.
Awesome. And when you talk about events management, what is it that, let's just break that down a bit and say, just go through with me, say you've got a new client. What do you do with them with the event? How do you help them with that? What are we talking about?
Uh,
What sort of events? How do you help them to hold those events?
oh, I hold like conferences, seminars. So I get to ask them what do you want people to learn, or how do you want them to learn, or what do you want to share to them. And that's when I collaborate with them, and then we coordinate, implement, and of course there's always the marketing side, that it's not only all about the cute graphics and all of that. It's the message that they wanted, or you wanted them to get out there.
Awesome. Awesome. Uh, what was the biggest challenge for you in getting your business going?
Biggest challenge for me. Well, okay, I'm an introvert, and I'm such a shy person, and one thing that's very difficult for me at first is, well, until now, is um I have this well, we as we all know, we everyone knows this, that we have the imposter syndrome. So it was difficult for me to look for someone, or to look for clients when I was building that business, because I was too shy to get out there. I was too shy to be seen because of the imposter syndrome. A lot of things are happening in my head. But um, I told myself that if I wanted to serve someone if I wanted to share my purpose, of course, I need to be out there. So that's the hardest part for me, as an introvert, to get out there in a world of extroverts.
Thanks for sharing that, because that is absolutely awesome, because I'm an introvert as well. And it's one of the things that I can absolutely relate to. And many of the people who watch my show are introverts. So I really thank you for sharing that, because it is hard for us as introverts to move forward on our journey. And it's great to see someone like you, Maanne, who has been able to overcome that to get where you are and to have your business you want. And for an introvert to be doing event management is pretty damn good. Really great. Okay. So what have you used to get your name out there so people know about your business, knowing that you're an introvert and how hard it's been? But what things have worked well for you?
I use social media because that's the strongest platform, strongest channel that we have today. So I use Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn. LinkedIn has been very helpful with my business because I've known or I've been introduced to a lot of people who needed my services, or I connected with them and collaborated with a lot of them from LinkedIn. Also from Facebook. Facebook groups are a very helpful we call this venue that when to get my name out there. And also Instagram. Instagram is my favorite because I it's a photo dump of my services and of what I wanted to show to my clients and to my future clients.
Look, I really like that because it's showing that there is a wide diversity and that we need to be on more than one sometimes. We just need to find the best ones that we want to be on. So you've just shared a little bit about Instagram. Can you just go through, like, I'm going to talk about Instagram and then Facebook and then LinkedIn. And I wanted to see if you could just give me a couple of points for each one on what, what's the best, what do they do? Say, let's take Instagram. If someone wants to be on Instagram, what's that going to do for them? Is that a good place for them? How can they use it?
For me, I use Instagram because if I'm a very visual person. So if you're a very visual person, you can use or you can use Instagram for your since if you want to post your selfies or about your business or your quotes or your original quotes, you can post it there with your own graphics. And since a lot of people are in Instagrams, a lot of the clients are in Instagram, it's very easy to communicate and to collaborate at the same time because just like Facebook, there's already groups happening inside Instagram as well. So that's one of my that's a favorite of my platform that I always wanted to use.
Okay, so LinkedIn, how do you use that, and what makes that a good one for people to use?
Well, LinkedIn is when I started LinkedIn, I took I have a mentor who taught me how to optimize LinkedIn because when I started LinkedIn, it was like my Facebook profile. It was a very personal profile, but then she taught me to use it in a business way, in a business mode. So most of my projects are there, and then the title that I wanted to put in there is in there, and in LinkedIn, the right people are coming in, the right people are seeing you because business people are in there. Unlike Facebook, it's very personal. It's everyone. It's diverse. It's a diverse crowd in Facebook. In LinkedIn, it's people who are in business are there. People who wanted to collaborate with you are in there, and events also can happen also in there. And just like Facebook, it happens also in LinkedIn. But the thing is, LinkedIn connects you with the people who really wanted to see you, who really wanted to connect with you, and who really wanted to collaborate with you.
Awesome. So Instagram's for visual, LinkedIn is for business collaboration. So where does Facebook fit into that? I know it's personal, but from your business wise, how do you think that fits into the puzzle?
What's good about Facebook is that there are a lot of Facebook groups who are who cater to virtual assistants, to social media managers, to business coaches. And you can join these Facebook groups and introduce yourselves to them. And the Facebook groups have thread where you can share your business links, your social media links, or you can even pitch to them. And I think it's easier for some people. It's easier for them to use Facebook instead of or compared to LinkedIn, because in Facebook, all of the people are there. Everyone is in there. So it's a lot easier for some people to connect and to collaborate um, with each other.
So Facebook then would be networking. And
yes, networking.
It's the closest one to networking of the three. Awesome. So if someone is wanting to get known, be seen, and they were going to work with you, how would they start?
Well, they have to. I have this in my business pages. I have this calendar booking. I have this link in there, and but before they book me or before they book a discovery call, they can chat with me, they can DM me, or they can leave a message with me asking how they can avail my services, or how I can be of help to them. So it's a lot easier if they send a message first instead of booking a discovery call, because at least with a direct message, you establish a connection, and then you get to move it into discovery calls where you get to know each other even more.
I like that. I like what you're saying about connection, and it's coming all the way through, because so much often people think just like they want to jump in and start selling and that. But what you're saying, the best way for getting known, being seen is to establish some connections with people and start from there. Love it. So in all of this, I know there was something we were talking about taking care of oneself. That seems to be a very big priority for you. Why is that, and how does that fit into your concept of business?
When I started my business, I was very into it, that I forgot to take care of myself, that I forgot to, look after myself. But I can say maybe that last year, the year 2020, it gave me, or it really told me to prioritize my mental health, my whole health, my whole self. So it's always, or I always tell myself that if I needed to rest, if my body tells me to rest, I have to listen to it. And I don't not to it's very important for me. I'm the type of person before who keeps on saying yes to everyone. So I learned to say no. And I think that's one of the most important thing when everyone says, what is self-care for you? My total answer is, well, you can always say no to take care of yourself.
I love that. So how do we all learn how to say no? Because I think that is a problem many of us have. We forget to say no. So how long did it take you to learn to do that?
It took me a long time, actually, really a long time to do that, because before the reason why I keep saying yes was because I was scared to lose the connection. I was scared to lose the friendship. But what in return, my health was suffering. I was suffering from from fatigue, from my I was already going into a mess. I was already being a mess with my business, with myself. So I had to prioritize myself. And maybe the thing that the thing that made me say no to everyone was the start was when people started asking for favors, and and nothing in return. I mean, I'm not asking for anything in return, but it I felt it was already eating me up inside. I was already suffering inside. So I had to stop saying yes to everyone and started saying yes to myself.
That's good. I like that. It's not, I love the way you've just switched that round. It's something I'm working on this year. My mentoring clients myself is changing the way you think. So it's not saying no, it's saying yes to yourself. And I think that's an awesome way, because a lot of us don't want to say no. But when we switch it round to what you're saying yes to yourself, we can do that. We can say yes because we're used to saying yes. It's just we're saying yes to ourselves. I like that very much. I think that's brilliant. People watching, if you take nothing else away from this, the absolutely fantastic conversation I'm having with Maanne, is to say yes to yourself. I think that is a pivotal bit for you and all business. It comes down to believing in ourselves, which is one of the things that I'm very passionate about, because you can't really do much unless you believe in yourself. And then when you believe in yourself, then it's okay for you to say yes to yourself. I like that. Like that. So let's go back into your business. Most of your business is online at the moment?
Yes, it is online at the moment.
So what sort of online events have you been working with your clients to do?
So most of my clients are business coaches. So I help them with launching their business, with their courses, their offerings, with their trainings and workshops. So before the year ended last year, I had 3 summits with clients, and these are business summits with coaches. One is wellness summit. They cater to more on health and wellness, but on the business side, these are business coaches as well, and then 2 business coaches who went into or who launched their training, month-long trainings. So
Awesome.
it was very exciting.
And when we eventually, I don't know about Manila yet, but are you getting back to doing face-to-face events yet, or are we still?
I heard on the news that they are thinking of returning or having a 30% audience with holding an event with 30% audience. But I think it's pretty scary still to hold that face-to-face events, because especially with the new strain that's coming in from Europe, so we really can't be um we we can't go out there easily, especially with what's still happening right now.
So a bit more still online, which is great because that gives you a global audience, doesn't it, Maanne?
Yes.
Because you can work with anybody around the world when you're doing online event management for them. Brilliant.
That's what I always wanted, also have a global audience.
So do you think that that's one of the good things that have come out for you from this last 2020 of the pandemic, that it's allowed you to actually take that big step out and do global?
Yes, it did. Because at first I thought I can just do it locally, or I can have just local audiences, but since it's virtual, it reaches a lot of people. It reaches a bigger audience. So yeah, I think I made the right decision building it in 2019.
You did well. You set yourself up for a really good year. Awesome. Yes. Okay. Look, what would be your 2 top tips for people to get out there and be seen?
2 top tips. Okay, so first off, you have to be authentic. Just be yourself. It's social media has shown us the very perfect life of influencers, but behind the scenes, it's not them. So in order, just get out there. If you want to get out there, be authentic, because people will connect with the more authentic person than the fake one, right? If they see the one that is in the camera and the one that's behind the scenes that are the same, they connect with that even more. And then my other tip is to walk your talk, walk the talk. Be the person who you are in front of the camera, and what you're saying in front of the camera reflects your actions. So
I like those. Those are very much aligned with what where I like to go with my mentoring clients. I love that. I like that. And that really aligns with believing in yourself.
yes, yes, yes. Especially if most of us suffers, or most of us have imposter syndrome, you just have to shoo it away and push publish. Just like what my coach keeps telling me, just push publish, man. Just do it.
Just do it.
Yes.
Oh, so I like that. I like that. It's not as easy though, is it, to just throw it away? But if we keep working on it, and do you think that one of the reasons where you've got now is mentoring and client and coaching have been one of the biggest things? Is that something that you would recommend to people?
Yes, yes. I that's what I can recommend to a lot of people. You have to invest with yourself if you want to um, learn from someone. You can't learn everything all by yourself. Invest in a coach. I know it's really expensive. It has the price of a coach is really expensive, but it's all worth it when it comes back.
Awesome. Love it. What's been your biggest lesson? The biggest lesson that you've learned over from getting your business, from getting where you are now? What's the biggest lesson you've learned?
The biggest lesson that I learned, a lot.
I know, trying to get one is really hard. Just
the biggest lesson that I learned in the business was, okay, you can't do everything alone. You can't do everything alone. You have to, I'm actually working this year on having my own team. So to take care of yourself, you can't work alone. You have to have someone behind you, supporting you, like a mentor, and some people with you, beside you, working with you to reach your goal, to reach your desired goal and dreams. So that's what I learned having a business. You can't do everything alone.
I agree. We are better when we reach out. And that's also a hard lesson sometimes. So people watching this, that's a very valuable thing that Maanne has just said. You can't do everything alone. It is okay to reach out. In fact, you need to. And the more you reach out, the more people you put around you, the more teams and people to support you, the better you're going to be. Because sometimes it can be pretty lonely.
No man is an island. So ask for help. Asking for help is not is always okay.
Great. So, Maanne, you've got a free gift that people can obtain, those who are watching. What would that be, and where can they get it?
Okay. I have a free gift. It's a social media management checklist. If you want to build your own social media management business, so if you don't know where to start, the checklist is a great place to start, or the great place for you to to take things off. And it can be found in my Instagram. In my Instagram account, it's in my link in my bio. My Instagram is @MaanneDC_SMM.
And there'll be links below for people. So below this, you'll see all the social media links for people to contact you. It can also contact you for booking currently as well.
Yes, I have. Yes, it's also in the same link. All of my social media links, my booking link, and the free gift is in one link in my Instagram account. So if you want to have a call with me or have a chat with me, everything is in my Instagram account. Or you can message me so I can give it to you easily.
Yep, because don't forget, Maanne likes to make connections first. So the first thing would be to PM her, introduce yourself to her, either on LinkedIn or to PM, and then see about having a conversation. Make that relationship and build that first, which I think is a brilliant thing. Now, it's a social media management checklist. Just to make it clear for our viewers, what's your definition of social media management?
Well, social media management is all about, it's not all about just posting and scheduling. It's all about bringing your brand and introducing your brand to the right audience, and marketing your products and your services in the right way, because it's not just all about cute graphics. As I said a while ago, it's not, social media is not just all about cute graphics and cute captions. It has to have a meaningful message in that caption. So that's social media management for me.
Thank you for sharing, because I think that's a vital bit of information for you people. The whole concept is taking it, just putting things out there. It's the term management is helping you to focus and to make a plan and understanding what's behind why you want to do something and taking it all into that one package. So absolutely urge you to go and grab that checklist, connect with Maanne, and then book in and have a conversation with her and see where it's going. We could speak for ages.
Yeah. Also included in the social media management is when analytics. I know numbers are very important. Most of us don't like numbers. We don't like math. But numbers always tell the truth.
Like analytics is awesome. I'm with most people. I don't like numbers, but when you are coming to your business, you really want to know where people are, what you're doing, and if it's reaching it, or if you're wasting time. So those analytics really can help you to focus where you need to be, to make it easy for people to find you, which is one of my passions, about getting people to find you.
Yep.
Thanks very much for being here with me today, Maanne. It's been absolutely fabulous. Brilliant being able to have a conversation with you. I love the fact that I can bring my guests from all over the place. So it's been brilliant having Maanne Dela Cruz from Manila sharing today. Thank you, Maanne.
Thank you so much for inviting me, Trish.
Thank you. People, we've been listening to Maanne, and she's been sharing absolutely some fantastic gold nuggets today. I think things that I like are the fact that it's connection, valuing yourself. I think being able to say yes to yourself rather than say no, because we all have trouble saying no. So let's think about twisting that round to saying yes to yourself. I like the fact that Maanne has shared that it's walking your talk and being authentic. No wonder I loved having Maanne on show, because we are very compatible with what we're sharing. We both feel much the same respect with that. And the other thing I think that came out of today's interview is that we are not an island. You don't have to do it by yourself. Reach out and find the people who can help you fill the holes that you need to get your business where you want to be, to get known, be seen. You've been watching Get Known Be Seen WebTV. I'm Trish Springsteen. I'm your host. My passion is helping you to be able to showcase your business in order to be more visible, to be able to make it easy for your clients to find you, and to be able to have the self-belief and confidence to step up and speak and share your message with your clients. Get Known Be Seen is all about people who want to get out there and be known, be seen, and we also have experts who show you how to get out there, be known and be seen. If you would like to be a guest on my Get Known Be Seen Web TV, just PM me. There's links below. You can contact me. If you would like me to be a guest on your show or to speak on your stage, your event, online or offline, again, the links are below. I'd be happy to share my expertise with your audiences. Don't forget to subscribe. There is a lovely big red button there. Make sure you press that red button and subscribe, because that means you will always be notified of every new guest that comes onto the show. Until next time, be awesome. Get out there, find the social media that you want to be on, make those connections, and make sure you value yourself. Bye for now.